Greetings, church, and today I will be talking to you about tithing amongst young people. Tithing is a form of offering to the church. For most people, a tithe means the giving of at least 10% of their income. Some churches and youth groups put an emphasis on the giving to the church, whilst others tend to skim over it. Yet developing the discipline of tithing early sets us up to feel a responsibility to our churches later and helps us with our money management skills later. So where does tithing come from? There are several examples of tithing in the Old Testament. In Leviticus chapter 27 verse 30 and Malachi chapter 3 verse 10, we are asked to give an offering of what we bring in. After all, everything we have has been given to us by God, right? Even in the New Testament, tithing is referenced. In Matthew chapter 23, Jesus even reminds the Pharisees that they need not to only tithe, but also pay attention to the things like mercy, justice, and faith. But I only get an allowance. Yes, it's easy to find excuses not to tithe. Many of us are privileged to live in some of the most affluent countries in the world. Sometimes we get caught up in comparing what we have to what others have around us. But truthfully, we are really lucky. Even if we only make a little, we can live our lives in the way that we give generously, no matter what we're making. Remember, the New Testament widow who gave her last pennies in offering. She had nothing to give, but those 2 pennies that she gave, she did. She knew that giving an offering was important spiritually. We all have something we can share to give. Sure, it can be a sacrifice. Yes, it's a sacrifice worth giving. What you learn from tithing. When you tithe, you're expressing something from your heart. If we move beyond the excuses we create for ourselves why we don't give, we gain more than what we could. Learning to tithe early teaches us a lot about discipline, stewardship, and giving. Giving a tithe comes from a generous heart. It means we overcome the selfishness inside. Sometimes it's easy to focus on ourselves and what we need, but really, we are called to think about the protect others around us too. Tithing takes us a little away from ourselves for a moment. Tithing also forces us to be better with our finances. Yes, you're a young person, but learning to manage your money will be one of the most useful things and skills in your life. Tithing also teaches us stewardship over the church. We love all the youth group activities, instruments used in worship. Mission love all the youth group activities, instruments used in worship. Mission trips overseas. But each of these things takes money. By tithing, we are caring for the church and the church body so that it can continue. You may think your contribution isn't needed due to it being small, but every bit counts. We also learn how to be grateful for what we have. Gratitude for all we have been given to us is easy to forget. In a world of affluence, we sometimes forget that others have less. As we tithe, we remind ourselves to thank God for all He has provided. Giving up money humbles us. How to start tithing. It's easy to talk about tithing, but a whole other thing is to start doing it. If 10% seems like too much, start smaller. Work your way up from an amount that feels comfortable to an amount that seems more of a sacrifice. Some people are able to give more than 10% of their income, and that is wonderful, but the amount you give is between you and God. And if giving makes you anxious, try a little at a time. Eventually, tithing will become far more natural and easy. Thank you for listening.